Hey guys, how's it going? So this is going to be an angry rant style of video, as I was sent an article from a mate of mine called Arthur Messier, who does these news style of videos. I really like his channel, so if you're interested in this type of stuff, I check him out. Links in the description box down below. But anyway, an 8-year-old black girl was actually gunned down in a car, and her family was wounded. A family friend was wounded, and Black Lives Matter is absolutely silent on it. Not a peep. No riots. None of that. Yet they'll riot when, say, a guy is drunk and sleeping in his car, which was in a Wendy's drive-through, fights with the police, gets tased twice, but he's drunk, so doesn't really work. Then charges at the police again, gets killed. I recently heard of a guy charging a police officer with a knife, gets killed. Black Lives Matter riots again. Also, a guy attacks the cops, ignores them, goes into his car, reaches for a knife, gets killed. Black Lives Matter riots again. It's just, at this point, I don't understand how anyone supports Black Lives Matter. And it's invading my country, Australia, as well. As I've watched the AFL, rugby union, rugby league. There's some of they're promoting some of Black Lives Matter even in that, which is utterly ridiculous. We don't, Aborigines aren't black people. Plus, it's just not the same thing whatsoever. I don't understand how most Americans are standing at this point. What? So no criminal black person can be killed by a police officer when they're attacking them ever now? Is that just the sort of rules we're going by now? What happens if a black guy was assaulting a woman, then cops come, he starts shooting at the cops, the cop guns him down because, self-defense. Black Lives Matter going to riot then? They probably are, because they don't give a shit about black lives. They just care when a cop kills any black person, no matter how justified it is. It's just ridiculous. So we're going to go into this article just because I want to get some stuff off my chest, and we'll go through. It's really, really depressing. Just warning you about that because, an 8-year-old has died, did nothing wrong, obviously, and yet Black Lives Matter, they're just completely silent. So for reference, the 8-year-old girl's name is DeJour, and they were leaving DeJour's grandmother's home nearby, and they were just basically heading to Fair Play Foods, a block from the shooting, for groceries Monday night. DeAndre Wilson, the father, drove DeJour with a family friend and DeJour's mother in the front seat. After grocery shopping, the father planned to take DeJour back to his house and spend time with her and her twin brother, Damani Dion, he said, basically. So they were out getting food, heading back so that the father could spend some time with both of his children. As their car was stopped at a red light, when a man in all black actually got out of a Dodge Charger that was behind their car, and as the light turned green, the man started shooting. They all ducked when they heard the gunfire. Rounds to the dashboard, his car crashed into a tree, the Charger spun around and headed south. So, he's sitting at the light turns green, guy comes out and starts shooting at the car. And we obviously don't know the race of the person because they're dressed in all black, but still, hey, Black Lives Matter. An 8-year-old child has died and they are black. You're supposed to give a shit, right? Anyway, Agone, who lives near the intersection, first heard the volley of gunfire and started walking towards her back porch. She heard a commotion outside, but she wasn't sure what it was. She heard a second volley and started down the stairs. Across the street, Shana Lamb was outside with her daughter and her daughter's friend, chopping wood for a fire. She then rushed them behind a generator when the shooting started. She moved them to a doorway, thinking she'd kick the door down if she needed to. So you've obviously got bystanders, because this is obviously happening at an intersection. And yeah, it's just absolutely messed up. So Agone stepped towards her alley between a trailer and a garage and heard a car crash into a tree. Lamb doesn't remember hearing the crash, but saw the car and rushed the kids upstairs. She yelled at the kids inside, and others were yelling too. Agone waited in the alley, trying to cross while cars parked. Farther south, the black Charger sped past the firehouse. Firefighters were surprised by the speed, 80 to 100 miles per hour. They later told the police. Well, obviously, this Dodge Charger has literally just killed someone. Oh, obviously he doesn't know that, but he has shot into a car that is waiting at a traffic light. So I don't know why they were surprised by the speed, but hey, doesn't really mean that much. When Angona made it across the street, the jaw lay on the ground while her mother hunched over her, pleading with the girl to stay awake. She stood with DeJaw's mother, not sure what to do. DeJaw, breathe, breathe, it's mommy, please breathe, she said to her daughter. DeJaw's father looked to the apartment nearby, made eye contact with Lamb's friend, and pleaded for help. Please help us, he yelled. They just shot my baby. So why I'm covering this story is you would really think that Black Lives Matter would be absolutely up in arms about what has happened here and would be obviously protesting about it. An 8-year-old child is being shot and dies for nothing. But no, Black Lives Matter just has to protest about criminals being killed for being criminals, doing criminal acts and attacking people. Yeah, that's really what we give a shit about. They shot the baby. Lamb yelled to the people who had taken refuge inside. Outside, she yells for someone to start CPR and round down the stairs. After a couple of seconds, Agone saw Lamb running down the steps towards the car, and Gunley was yelling while trying to get DeJaw's mother away, telling her to let Lamb do CPR. DeJaw wasn't moving and didn't appear to be breathing. Agone asked Lamb if she was calm enough to work in the gutter, and she said she was. Agone guided DeJaw's mother away. Lamb had complete focus on the child. By the time she bent over the girl and started chest compressions, she could not hear anyone else in the car and had forgotten they were there. She thought that if it could at least get the girl's little heart pumping, she may have a chance at survival. As Agone guided the mother, she noticed a woman in the backseat who appeared near to be passing out. Agone grabbed her arm and asked if she was okay. I think I was shot in the back and there was burn holes in a t-shirt from where she had been shot. So, yeah, it's just a really, really disgusting situation all around. This is the problem with the whole defund the police. Less police equals more crime, dum-dums. It's not fucking hard. In the front seat, DeAndre Wilson screamed and prayed. His leg was broken, he couldn't move, and he craned his neck and body around to look through the back passenger door, where Lam was trying to help DeJaw. That's my baby. I want my baby. Is my baby okay? Andre Wilson said to Agone. She told him that they were working on the baby, that she would be okay. Lamb pleaded with the girl while she worked on her. She had never performed CPR on a child or a gunshot victim before, but in the moment, she just moved to help. This is just an absolutely messed up situation. Stay with your mama, listen to your mum's voice, baby, Lamb said. She's not sure the girl heard her, but she tried. A neighbor thought she was pressing too hard, and Lamb replied she was trained. Police started to arrive, and someone told Lamb to stop, but she said she couldn't unless someone was going to take over. The woman in the back seat shot in the back started getting wobbly in an officer ambulance. And Goni told the officer the front seat victim, the girl's father, was also shot. She waited with them until other ambulances arrived. So this is a situation where a family has done absolutely nothing wrong. They are just driving home from getting food, and a guy has opened fire onto their car. They're all injured. Obviously, the 8-year-old girl is not breathing. They're trying to save her. And yet, not a peep from Black Lives Matter. Nothing. They're just fucking silent. It's just fucking typical. I honestly hate Black Lives Matter at this point, as they don't give a shit about Black lives. Anyway, DeJaw died at Coma Children's Hospital. So Wednesday morning, a half day before a scheduled vigil, DeJaw's 28-year-old uncle, Reggie Ray, sat alone against his car next to the memorial. He looked at the small memorial relatives built here Tuesday night and poured himself a small drink. He came here to grieve alone. Balloons in shade of pink, round star shape, some mile, some bearing the word princess, some tied to a wooden cross secured to the tree with ribbon. Now, this Black Lives Matter, just for reference, this would be where you would be going to show sympathy for Black lives. This would be where you would show any sympathy for these people. But oh no, us, all lives matter people, we're the racists. Because we believe all lives matter, especially these people, especially this 8-year-old little girl. At the base stood extinguished candles and others lit by battery, nylon and plastic flowers with pink and white butterflies. Ray laid down the flowers, an older couple passed. The man made the sign of the cross while looking down at the memorial and kissed his fingers without breaking stride. That was his hard, Ray said of his brother's daughter. That was his only girl. She was stuck to him like glue. She was an angel. Joy had a twin brother, and Ray said the two were always together. The fraternal twins had middle names of King and Queen. Basically, obviously, there's a kid that's lost his sister. The father's lost a daughter. The mother's lost a daughter. And Yeah, just absolutely nothing from Black Lives Matter. Just absolute silence because it's not a criminal that was completing a criminal act and was killed by the police. It was killed by a person that who knows why they shot at the car. I don't know. They don't know, but yeah. Black Lives Matter is an absolute fraud at this point, and anyone that takes it seriously, you're honestly disgusting. You know, all these corporations, these sporting organizations that keep spouting these Black Lives Matter platitudes, you should be absolutely disgusted with yourself. Anyway, the article goes on to say that she's a model student. She was the apple in her father's eye. That she wanted to be a teacher. That she was loved schoolwork. You know, was incredibly kind. You know, daddy's girl, that sort of thing. I won't get into it anymore. I've made my point. Honestly, to the corporations, the media, idiotic leftists that absolutely praise Black Lives Matter, defend the looting, defend the rioting, and yet when an 8-year-old child is killed in a car for basically no reason, yeah, they say nothing. They don't care. Oh, because there's not a police officer involved. Yet they just continually riot whenever a criminal commits a criminal act. And for reference, I just want to say this because I watch Tim Pool and I watch other people, and they're like, "Oh, it's such a shame he died. It's such a shame he died." You know, when the criminals that are attacking people, attacking officers get killed. I'm not sad they died. They're fucking criminals. They were attacking police officers. Fucking really? Anyway, the article goes on to say that she's obviously a model student. She wants to be a teacher. She's a girly girl, apple of her father's eye. I won't get into it anymore. My basic point is that this has happened multiple times. You obviously had the incident of the guy walking down the street at a crossroad with his daughter, gets killed. Black Lives Matter says nothing. This 8-year-old child gets killed. Black Lives Matter says nothing. Yet criminals get killed for attacking people, attacking the police, and Black Lives Matter riots. I'm sorry. I honestly don't think America is a systematically racist country against black people, as I've seen tons of video of white, Hispanic, Asian Americans getting killed by police, and yet no one gives a shit. Yet black criminals get killed by police, and yet then apparently America needs to burn. Makes no sense whatsoever. And I see a lot of people like, oh, well, it's such a tragedy that that criminal died. I don't agree. I don't see it as much of a tragedy, to be honest. If they're attacking people and trying to kill people and trying to kill the police, kill other people, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. It's just, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I don't feel sad if a criminal gets killed for, you know, attacking people and trying to kill people with knives and guns. And yeah, just doesn't work for me, to be honest. Anyway, guys, yeah, the audio might not be amazing. I am currently moved into a new place. I'll be doing a live stream over the next couple of days just to obviously answer where I've been. And yeah, I'll be probably doing a live stream with Arthur Messi over the next couple of days as well. But anyway, thanks for watching this angry rant. Yeah, hopefully see you in the next video.